Alright, let's try that again. Happy Tuesday. I was muted, talking to nobody, I guess. So here we are. Tuesday. Yep. It won't let me kick off my ad yet. Also, it's still telling me that I've used snoozes. Okay, let's run that 3-minute ad so we can get that over with. And then we'll get, yeah, ad in progress. Alright, yeah, while that's going, we're just gonna prepare. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Guess I might as well start running around. Where are you at? OBS? Yeah, yeah, put me in there. Alright, so yeah, we're back on the machinist. Ooh, that's a cool looking chocobo. I need to get different colors of chocobo. I only have the like standard one. I like it. I like it, and it's level 93. Little blue chocobo dude over there. What class? Sage. The Sage. I wonder if there's any parties. I don't use Party Finder. Hey, Clitana. Yeah, type your name. Okay, there we go. I don't use Party Finder very often, so I don't know. You know, I've never tried to do that. Let's pop Party Finder open. Yeah, that's great. I guess that's locked. What do we got? 1 player per job. Healer can flex. Shinryu's domain. I don't know what that is. Must be something. None. Beginner first timers welcome to what? What is ether dust? What is this? Emo punk and stuff. Buying mathematic tomes. Shark attack. The Wanderer's respite. The catalyst. Is it because I'm on a... Like if I pick a higher level job, will it refresh? How do I refresh it? Like it's secretly refreshing in the background all the time. So I need to open it again. Party Finder. They're all still locked duties. I guess that means that they pulled already, so that kind of stinks. High-end duty. Trials. Join our min eye level, no echo journey, go, go, go. Yeah, locked. That's great. I mean, so the Party Finder is pretty bland there. Private. I mean, even though there's like 200 parties. That's cool. Okay. Alright, ads over. Let's get the show on the road. So, where are we at? Machinist. Alright, so we're going... Whoop, nope, we're not talking to that person. Also a machinist, looks like. We're going to enter the Palace of the Dead on our 461 slot. And here we are. Floor 61, timer started, solo, just where we left off. Just exactly the way we like it. Now we've got Tyrannosaurus Rexes to fight. Oh boy, things are getting spicy. Alright, yeah. As I struggle to remember our abilities again. Oh yeah, that's a good one. We like that one, don't we? This Palast Ebst is coming through. We just pulled a Tyrannosaurus. We didn't want to pull. We are taking damage. We're going to hit our sustaining potion before we get too dead. Cannot believe we already started off bad here. Boom. Alright, they're both down. We successfully did that. That's strength in there, which I should have popped before I did this. I don't know why I didn't. Alright, yep. I need to learn how to... I think I need to wiggle the mouse or something, like slight pause when we stop. Alright, that's a strength though. We're gonna pop a strength. And we're gonna open it up and grab a new strength. We're running around the edge of the room to avoid traps, that's the hope. It doesn't always clearly work, so... Like, well, you know, we'll probably end up hitting a trap at some point. Yeah, we love that. We love that attack right there. Does so much damage. That's our heavy hitter. We still have not cleared enough enemies to open up the next floor. We got an intuition. That's our third. Yeah. Alright, now we know where the accursed horde is. We need to find more of those. Not on this floor. That's sad, but okay. I mean, it works for me. We're gonna... No, I'm not gonna waste a drill in that low health. We got this. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, there we go. We opened up the next floor. We still have 57 minutes. I don't think we need to rush it at the moment. Obviously, don't want to take forever. We're definitely not going to full clear every floor. And we're not going to take all of the strength. I don't know why I attacked this thing. We do not currently earn experience. So there's not really a value to fighting unnecessarily. You know what? Actually, let's refresh strength while we're here. Since we've got it. We might as well. Might as well. That's what we're gonna do. Why did they capture? Yeah, good question. Habit. I am blinded on this floor. That's lovely. Oh, we got an accursed horde on this floor as well. So we want to stick around and find that. Those things. Oh, okay, we got some. What is that? A sarcophagus? That's interesting. I don't know what that is. Let's pop that. I'm not using. Hello. Alright, I totally wasted that that usage there. Sarcophagus. Yeah, I mean that's what I think. That's what I think the name is, Sarcophagus. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, so I'm missing. I want to do that. Oh, I have arm's length on this too. Yeah, arm's length looks great. Arm's length will slow things. I never knew that. I played this game for so long as a tank, and I never knew that arm's length applied to slow. Shame on me, right? Where is my slow? Is that my slow? I think that was my slow. Alright, we're just gonna flip around and shoot. Alright. Boom, boom. Anytime you want to die. There we go. Okay. He was doing a lot of damage to me. That's okay. That's okay. We've got 2 paths off of this room. Come on. I'm looking for the horde. Anybody seen an accursed horde? Dang, there's a path there. I've got to clear this room now. Come on, raptor. Anybody buying raptor meat? Buying some raptor meat. Stealing dinosaurs. No, not a habit of stealing dinosaurs. Habit of attacking stuff. I was responding to you asking me why I attack the thing when I don't get experience from it. At this point, they're just here to be a nuisance and end my run. But yeah, normally you would get like experience for killing something. But in this case... Oh, they dropped a treasure coffer. That's a fortune. We can do fortune. Where's fortune at? Fortune is right there. As to why they're kidnapping dinosaurs, this is the Palace of the Dead, so I'm assuming that they're summoning dinosaurs or something. There's our horde right there, that little glowing light. What's a sixth sense? Did I miss something? The Pomander, is that what you're thinking? They do give you extra abilities. Some of them let you see things like see the entire floor layout ahead of time. Alright, let's get this one. Boom. Boom. Okay, there's a dinosaur in that room waiting to attack me. We're gonna not go that way. Alright, yeah. We shot him with the drill. We're gonna stand on here and get our treasure. Treasure found! Yes, I obtained a piece of the accursed horde. I don't think I need to use a Serenity. Where are Serenities at? They're somewhere over here. I think they remove... Oh, you know what? Actually... Where is Serenity? Safety, alteration, purity, sight, strength... Fortune, pitching, steel. Ah, there you are. Removes all. Yeah, that'll get rid of my blinded. That's great. Yeah. Not superb, but it's good. It's good. Gotta get through this room. This Tyrannosaurus is getting in my way. Come on, Tyrannosaurus. You don't need to get in the way. I wonder if my 226 sustaining potions is going to be enough. You know, it's a tough call. Got enemies spawning back that way. Is there anything good over here? There's a golden treasure coffer over there. Like, I don't know. It'd be great to get like a steel or something. Boom. See, that thing, almost half its health in one hit. That drill shot is ridiculous. Unreal. And then if I can remember to slow them, we're great. Perfecto. Alright, now we can go... I think there's one more enemy in here, probably. Okay, maybe two more. I feel like there's going to be one on the other side of the pillar. I don't see why there wouldn't be. Well, I didn't need to shoot that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, there's an enemy over there. I told you. Alteration. Alteration is the cool one, I think, right? Oh, changes the enemy occupying a random room on the next floor into a mimic. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that. What does that do? Changes the enemy occupying a random room on the next floor into a mimic or a mandragora. That sounded like a mistake. I don't think I should have used that. Are you going to attack me before I teleport? No. Okay. Floor 62. Wait. 63. Yeah, I can't count. 63 comes after 62. Another alteration? Alright, yeah, we'll use them. We'll use them. Alright, I'm tempted. Oh, there's the mimic. Oh, there's several mimics. There's a room full of mimics. Dadgum mimics. They're tricking you. They're trying to pretend like they're treasure chests. Mimics are not oh, he didn't die. And that mimic gave me 3 sustaining potions. Yeah, I think I was running low. Not really, but alright. Come on, come on. Oh, I can't. Okay. He infatuated me with accursed pox. That's what we want to avoid. We're gonna have to use our purity. I probably should have waited until after I fought this other mimic. We have got to interrupt this mimic from giving us the pox. Very important. We do not want the pox from this mimic. Death Trap is okay. Death Trap me all you want. Don't give me that one. Don't give me that one. Okay, we interrupted it. Alright, none of those mimics dropped a chest. That's frustrating. I don't know what the value of that is. Okay, that's a sight. We do want to use a sight. Sight's gonna give us the entire map of the floor. So now we can see where all the rooms are, and we can also see traps. Yeah, that is normally a mimic has a very high chance of dropping a chest, a coffer when you kill it. So it's just like, you know, it's nice for them to do. They don't necessarily always do it, but they do have a higher chance. Actually, every enemy has a chance to drop coffers. Yeah, that one was big. I didn't even look at the name. I did not look at the name of that one. I should probably be using the rest of my, like, I don't know what auto turret does. Deploys, which attacks using volley fire. My turret's probably really nice, but that was an upgrade that failed to apply. That's cool. Alright, we got 2 golden chests over here. Okay, something just spawned in right there. That's great. How about you hit you with the big boy? Do that right there. Alright, and you're down. Boom. Boom. Okay. Immediately ran out of my overheated state. I probably should look up a guide, but the whole point of this run was to learn mechanic as we go. I don't think I'm learning. I think I'm just pressing buttons. But they work. They're buttons that work, so like, what is the reason to... I forgot that that gives me an instant crit. I need to use that on the big drill attack. Alright, here we go. What's in the golden chest? Another strength? We're not gonna waste it. We're gonna go for it. Give me the strength. Alright, moving on. We got one more golden chest here. Wiver? That's what that's called, a wiver. That's a new one. You're not gonna get me with your foul breath. Yep, this is another big dino. Some kind of like, well, it's some kind of like rhinoceros thing or something. I don't know. All right. Okay, that was a mimic. That's an actual mimic. This is a mimic that looked like a chest until you attack it. Still casting the thing that we don't want to get hit with pox. The reason we don't want to get hit with pox is it lasts forever. That's another strength. I mean, it's a kind of a waste to pop it, but like, whatever. Alright, now we can head out of here. We just gotta go back to the key room. We need to hit Peloton. Peloton lets us run faster. Go, go, go. Ooh, there was a trap right there. We got lucky on the respawns. I don't think that one's gonna try to attack us. Don't attack me. Alright, moving on to 64. So yeah, if you're just tuning in or you're new to Palace of the Dead, each section is basically 10 floors. Witching. Witching, we might use a witching, we'll see. Each section is 10 floors. The 10th floor has a boss. So we're going from 61 to 70. Floor 70 will have a boss. And then once we finish that, we'll be able to do floor 71 plus. And we are trying to go for a solo run, which means that we cannot die, and we have to do it alone. So far, we're doing okay. But we did struggle ever so slightly on the 460 boss. Minor hiccups on that boss. Okay, respawn right on top of me. Why don't you? Goodness gracious. Boom. Kaboom. Ah! Run right into its attack. You don't run into the attack range. Are you gonna be a sight for me? Rage. Ooh, rage is fun. Ooh, I like rage. Yeah. We'll do a rage. Rage is cool. Because I can just one-shot everything. So I come in here, and I hit it, and it's dead. And I come over here, and I hit it, and it's dead. So we can kind of just clear this whole room, this whole place. Mimic, dead. Mimic, dead. Mimic, dead. They dropped a lot of treasure chests. Now the only downside to being in this form is that we move really slow, and we cannot cast abilities or heal or anything like that, so we gotta just take advantage of it while we're here, kill as many things as we can, and then we'll go run around and grab some chests. That is an ugly crocodile. That is not what I would think of when you say crocodile. Alright, we're gonna lose the buff right there, so we're gonna wait for that to drop. Because we don't want to get caught in the middle of losing a buff. Now I'm running in the middle of the room dangerously. Okay, what's in this chest? Alright, we do not need another witching. We don't need another witching. This was a rage. I think this was the rage in here. We definitely want to get our rage back. Those are really nice to have. I don't think they'll one-shot a boss, though. That is a safety. We don't really need it at this point, but we are going to use it so we can just get on with it. I'm going to go ahead and pop another intuition. We're running low, but I mean, of course we are. Oh, the cursed horde is on this floor. It's a good thing I used that. Lot of witching. And there's a purity. Either pulled chain remains unchanged. Okay. So we need to find the accursed horde. It is on this floor. It's going to be a little light pillar. Just in a room somewhere. Now we did get rid of the chests. I mean the traps, so we don't have to worry about those. That was a witching. Where? There it is right there. That little light pillar, that's our horde that we're looking for. Nothing's around. We're going to get another fancy item. Alright, and yeah, we're not going to know what those are until we complete the 470. Okay, there's a dinosaur right there. Oh my gosh, it's stuck in the wall. We're going to drill it. We're going to shoot it with a drill in the face. Alright, that killed it. That's got to be why Machinist is so good in here, because I can just like shoot stuff and not stop moving, which is important. Don't stop. We're on 65. 65. What do we have? We got a chest right here. And it's a rage right off the bat. That is cool. We're gonna... Well, yeah, why not? Let's go ahead. That's a blade. You don't look like a blade, but we'll go with it. Palace Croc. Yeah, you're going down. This lets us clear enemies pretty quick. Let's just hope... Oh, this is a really small floor. Yeah, this is a really small floor. That was it. Alright. I guess we can drop rage now. That's a safety. Safety. Gotta make sure we click the right one. So that safety we'll do. Okay, we got another rage there. That safety will make sure that we don't have any traps. It removes all the traps on the floor. It is very useful to allow us to go back and collect all these items. We missed the upgrade. Serenity isn't going to do us any good. We don't have pox. Serenity removes the enchantments from the current floor. We don't have any enchantments on the current floor. We've got a rage, and we've got a steel. Yeah, we'll do a steel. Boom. Alright, steel is up. Peloton is up. And we're just headed to the exit. And that was floor 65. That was a small floor. If every floor was like that, we'd be through here pretty quick. You may notice there's a timer ticking down. It says 37 minutes left. You get 1 hour to complete the 10 floors. Which is, it's pretty generous. You know, we've been hitting the boss around 20 minutes left. But it can, you know, depending on how big the floor is, how much time you spend running back around. That is a new one. Instantly raises the first party member to get KO'd. I wonder if that works when you're solo. That's curious. Because that feels like a... I think I'm gonna die, so... we're gonna pop it. That's what that feels like. Now Peloton doesn't work in combat, but I do want to try to keep it active. It keeps us moving faster, and I need to get into the habit of using it. That blade spawned behind us. That's not cool. You know? Which is the thing about... See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and we got enemies spawning in this room here. So, I don't know what's going on with this run, but we're getting a lot of spawns right on top of us. Alright, so you're down. And now we've got you over there. Okay, his face opens up in a weird way. That's creepy. Okay. Alright, well, there we go. We cleared that out. We still did not get an upgrade. Flight, yes. Flight will make the enemies on the next floor less crowded. We're just going to take it. We only saw a very small amount of that floor, which is fine. We don't need to spend a... Okay, now this is Gloom. This is where you'd want a Serenity. That's a safety. We're definitely going to do a safety. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pop the Serenity. We're going to get rid of that Gloom. That Gloom is going to make enemies stronger and faster and have more health. So, yeah. All things that we don't want when we're solo and we don't want to die. Yeah. Just in general. Ooh, that's a... What is that thing? A Diplocallus? A Diplocallus? Okay, I thought that was a croc. I think I looked at this thing and assumed that that's what I targeted. It was indeed not what I targeted. And it has an eye attack. Alright, you're down. Oh, what's this chest here? That's a Purity. Okay, now we've got a Triceratops. That's a pretty normal named enemy right there. Triceratops, okay. Bye-bye, Triceratops. Palace Triceratops. Boom, boom. And you're down. Okay. We've got the Triceratops down. I used a safety, didn't I? Yeah, it doesn't show. That's safety. Well, I'm going to use another one just in case. Just in case that first one didn't take effect, we're going to use the second one. It's good for us. Here we go. Partying. We haven't been either of these directions. So we know for sure there's no traps on the floor. That's another Triceratops. Thankfully that room is a dead end, so that's good. It means we don't have to keep going down this way. Boom. And the drill's down. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage is okay. We don't want to take a lot of damage. We do want to keep an eye on how much damage we're taking. What is this? Hot shot. Delivers an attack with a potency of something that I missed. Increases battery gauge. Okay. I don't know why I'm not really using that. It's... Oh, that one says it. That's the one. It's weird. It says... Okay. And that part sucks. So that chest blew up on us. Pomander of Fortune. Fortune. Where are you at, Fortune? Sure. Yeah. Fortune may smile upon us. Need to get better about using my gauges. Alright, we're moving over here into... wow. Yeah, that is a lot of enemies. Thankfully... If I can hit my buttons correctly. Thankfully, they're not grouped, which means we can basically pull one at a time, as long as we don't run head first in there. Which means that being a ranged DPS is very beneficial at the moment. Yeah, there's tons of enemies in this room. So many enemies in here. Boom. Alright, and there we go. I feel like we're not doing it. Every time I go in there, there's like, the center of the room is just full of Triceratops. Alright, that's 3 Triceratops we pulled out of the center of the room. Now granted, there's this one left. That was a crit. That was a good crit. Alright, and that'll kill it. We got... Oh my word. I don't know what... Like, some rooms just have a lot of enemies in them. And that is just the way they are. Yes. Do that. Attack me there. Boom. Okay, clean shot. There is a lot of treasure chests in this room. I mean, this room is loaded in treasure chests. Which is probably why there was a ton of enemies in there. We do not want to look at it while it's casting that move. Alright, give me something good. Purity. I don't need a purity. Oh, yay! Our ether pool weapon is at level 90. That's good. Fortune. We've already used a fortune on this floor, so that's not really going to help us. And purity. Okay, purity. Is it really purity and purity? Purity and purity. Okay, great. Great. What are we on? 66 now, right? $68. Oh wow, we're further than I thought. Okay, we got haste. That's definitely something that we like. We like haste. We absolutely like haste. Boom. You gotta be careful because some of these attacks will actually turn you to face the target. Can't seem to clear my throat. Too much talking, I suppose. Alright, there we go. Boom. Down. That was a nice little room there. Gotta remember that we don't have a safety active on this floor. So we need to be careful. Stick to our walls. And we got this thing here. This guy's got... He's got some pretty good health. Yeah, see that only did like 39% damage to him. He's got a good chunk of health. Why am I running through the middle of that room? We don't want to run through the middle of the room. We do know that there's traps on the walls, so it's not a perfect strategy, but they're more often towards the center of the room. Yeah, boom and boom. Nope, not dead yet. Now you are. Platoon. Boom, boom. I feel like randomly stumbling upon the Cursed Horde. That's one of the traps that we really don't want to hit. You can imagine hitting that in combat. It's bad. Okay. Pretty much want to get out of here. The enemies, like, I don't like it when they keep spawning and wandering into the room. You know, like, find your own thing to do. What was that? Did anybody hear that, or was that just me? Alright, let's do a safety. I just heard like a whole bunch of growling. That was pretty scary. Just, I don't know, because I thought maybe it was that creature's death growl? I don't know. Alright, we got another spawn on top of our exit. It's trying to keep us in the dungeon. You will not keep us in the dungeon. Alright, you're down. Down to floor 69. And then we got our first boss of the night. Floor 70. Strength, yes. Alright. Oh, we got 2 treasures in here. No complaints from me. That's a witching. So witching will turn the enemies in the current room into like chickens and stuff. And it's great if you have enough damage to tear through them. We can go through like 1 or 2 enemies before the timer's up. So it's not as great as it would be for like a group of 4 players. That's a steal. Steals our defense up. Increases the amount of damage we can take before bad things happen. Which is always a good thing. And you're down. You're down. That's what you get for wandering into my line of fire. This is my deep dungeon. Actually, I don't know. It belongs to whoever the final boss is. I don't know how many floors there are. I'm under the impression that 100 is as deep as we need to go for the achievement that we're after. But I've also heard that there's a 200th floor, and maybe that's the one we need to go to. If it's floor 200, then we've got a lot more streams ahead of us. If it's floor 100, there's a possibility we can get there tonight. Depends on how close we are to 90 by the time the stream is up. I don't want to start on Thursday and just do 10 floors. So we'll see. But it is, we're like 45 minutes, no, not 40, 35 minutes in to our first boss. Okay, this thing looks terrifying. So yeah, that's great. Let's do that. And I guess we want to drop that down. Pop a heal. It's basically how I simulate a healer being in the dungeon. We want to get out of those. We definitely don't want to be in those. Those are guaranteed to make us lose for sure. I do want to hit that off every chance we get. We are heavied. That's not good. Heavy is not good. We gotta stay moving. Yeah, we're heavied. That hit us. That's what we didn't want. We didn't want that to hit us. But it did. I think I'm gonna save that big hit right here. Drill. Now, why did that persist? I don't know why that one's persistent. Is that what he's casting now? The persistent water, and he hasted himself? Is that what just happened? Okay, he heavied me again. He heavied me again. Okay, I'm not heavy anymore. Why was I heavied for so long earlier then? Was I getting attacked by something and not dodging it? I need to heal. So that's why we need to watch our health. Alright, we got another persistent water effect we've got to dodge up here. We want to fire off that thing. Douse. I think he's gonna hit us with heavy. Yeah, he hits us with heavy. And then I don't know what to do. We need to watch our timer. I think we got this. I think we got this in the bag. We just run in circles like an idiot until the snake goes down. It will happen. Boom. Oh, my ether pool is at 99. And my ether armor leveled up too. That is max level. This is great. All right. We have completed floor 70. We get another cutscene because I haven't been this deep before. This must be who's waiting us on floor 100. Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's the reveal. Oh, we got a level up. We are level 35. Okay, let's head down to... What is it, 71 at this point? 71 through 80 has begun. Alright. Still not earning more experience. I don't know what floor it is. I could have sworn the level was not capped at 60. Alright, now we got like creatures. We had dinosaurs on the last floor, now we got bears and whatever the Bandersnatch is. That looks like a lion, honestly. Just call it a lion, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lion, man. It quacks like a duck. I don't think it quacks like a duck, though. Probably quacks like a lion. Did I just completely ignore the fact that there's a treasure chest in that room? That's a lust. Lust could be good. That turns us into a succubus. I think that's more beneficial if there's more party members, because it doesn't do a ton of damage like Rage does. Rage is like insta-kills. And we're not really lowering vulnerability for anybody else, and we don't have anyone to heal us. We can't heal ourselves while we're transformed, so we're basically stuck in that form. So it feels more like a weakness to me. Okay, we've already activated the exit. How big is this floor? That is an empty room. That's disappointing. I did see the exits over here. We got a wolf. We got a wolf coming up here. Okay, can't hit the right buttons. That's fine. Wolf has done the most damage to me. I did not mean to hit you with that. Yeah, That's what happens when you hit the wrong buttons. The wolves tear you apart. So if we hit the right buttons, we should be able to tear it apart. No, it just does a lot of damage. It seems to do a lot of damage. Just a few hits in, and it's like really done a number on me. Look at here. Serenity. I'm wondering if I should just go for the exit. Like, there's a chance of dropping. I'm just not convinced. Can you just heal? I'm just not convinced of the value of killing enemies and clearing all the chests. Like, we have a ton of items. We could use more. Like, it would be great to get more of the Accursed Horde. So an intuition would be great. The more chests we go through, the better chance we hit an intuition. So it is what it is. That's a rage. Cool, cool, cool. We like rage. That's a strength. We can wait for the rage before we do a strength. Rage right there. Alright, we got rage here. Boom. Boom. Alright, we're not one-shotting everything. That did not get one shot. And I took a lot of health. What the heck? Something has hurt me really badly. I'm glad I noticed that before we continued. Steel. Got a steel there. I want to go back and get my rage. We must have hit like an explosive mine. What is that? Strength? Yeah, we'll hit strength too. And we'll grab that, and we'll grab this rage, and then we'll go hit the exit. Oh, if the 70s go by pretty quick, that'll be okay. No complaints there. And 73. Ooh, HP and MP maximum increase. Ooh. A Dalmal. That looks like a giraffe. Affluence. Yes, 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 yes. That is a big guy. An Anzu bird. I just realized, like, I'm not hearing my favorite music from in here. Alright, where's my affluence? There you are. Increase the number of treasure coffers on the next floor. Yes, the next floor needs all of the treasure coffers they can get. Alright, these guys tough? They look tough. Based on how much it's taken. That wasn't too bad. Then we got a sustain quotient. Okay, we got a wolf out of it. Yeah, I see you, wolf. I see the wolf. The wolf needs... yeah, the wolves are definitely healing themselves. You need to stop healing yourself, my man. That's just a witching. I don't want a witching. Good gracious. Alright, so I exploded myself and I enfeebled myself. We're just gonna head down. We got more chests on the next floor. Despite popular belief, we are not speedrunning this intentionally. But there is no reason to slow down. Well, we don't need to slow down. Another witching. I don't really use witching that often. We got a Sasquatch. That does not look like a Sasquatch. It's a regular gorilla. Our names are all over the place. Don't know how you threw a rock around the corner. I couldn't even shoot you. If I can't shoot you, Sasquatch, you can't throw rocks. You know that, right? Them's the rules. I just know there's another enemy hiding in there. All the enemies are hiding in there. Yes, that'll do it. That'll do it right there. Okay. Yeah, my ether pool arm is definitely not going to level up. It is max level. Something I can do with that, I've been told. Not 100% sure what it is. Something about trading in 10 levels for a grip to like permanently unlock this appearance for glamour, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, the weapon appearance is cool, but it's pretty bland. It's just like a red glowy demonic one. It doesn't start this way. The first form is like more shiny, but once it hits level 50, I think, it turns red. Alright, we opened up the exit. We've got more chests on this floor. We've only been here for 10 minutes and we're already almost halfway through the 70s. I think we can spare a few minutes. I know we can spare a few minutes. That's a steal. Let's take a steal. Like, we don't need it time-wise, but we're not really losing anything. One chest. All these enemies for one chest. Boom. Alright, Sasquatch down. Not giraffe next. Ooh, we got 3 not giraffes in there. 3 not giraffes. You're gonna hit me with whiplash. Okay, that works. Hit me with whiplash. I need to use my abilities more. So I guess we'll use that, we'll use that, then we'll use that, then we can attack. Boom. Boom. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't just spam that. That gives me more of that, which does damage. I know overheat increases everything. Okay, this treasure coffer over here. Be some good. That's a steal. I mean, I'm not gonna not use it. I would have liked something else though. Okay. Do we go up the stairs? Up the stairs seems to be... There's like a regular chest in there. Looks like an ether arms chest. So, or a silver chest. I don't know what the difference between the chests are. I know there's like silver and then there's gold. Goodness gracious. Ooh, multiple chests and I'm blinded. Give me a serenity, please. That's a flight. We'll take a flight. Sure. The howls of distant creatures begins to fade. That's an alteration. I don't want to use that. Alright, we got a Cyclops. Actually is a Cyclops. Okay, wow. Oh, I was going to say, wow, he has taken no damage. But then I hit him with that one attack. And he went down pretty much. He went down quite a bit. Okay. We got an Aurochs here. 2 chests in that room. Is that good? Is 2 chests good? I don't know. Did we use something on the last floor? We've got a flight on this floor. That's a strength. Strengthen me up. Just please don't blow up on me. And that's a rage. You transform into a manticore. Alright, now we just go through and wipe some stuff. And one more. And that was it. That's pretty much the whole floor there. Okay, so we're good. We're good to go. Intuition. Yeah. Let's use an intuition. I just don't want to get down to 0 intuitions. No call. Okay, no accursed horde on this one. You don't want to use your next floor stuff when you're on floor 79, because the next floor is a boss and won't contain anything fancy. Boom. My maximum HP has decreased. That definitely looks like a lion. Gonna say for sure, if ever there was something that might be a lion, it's that thing right there. Boom. Okay, lion 1 is down. We got 2 lions in here. Lying to each other about who's the king of the jungle. Actually, they're palace lions, so I guess the king of the palace. I know the answer is neither of them. Neither of them are kings, so that's great. Strength. Strength and steel seem to be the most common occurrences. This looks like a floor of lions down here. I think it's that one chest. We probably didn't even have to attack this thing to go in there. But we attacked it, so that's what we're doing. We're definitely not going to the other side of that room. Yeah, either pole arm remains unchanged. Did not expect any different. Okay, that's bad. We are pacified. For 30 seconds we can literally not do anything. So we need to just avoid everything until that's over. Apparently we can still cast Peloton. So that's cool. What is that? A palace coral. Okay, we lost it. We can attack stuff now. Yeah, that one's a deadly debuff. Because it basically prevents you from using any of your weapon skills or healing or anything. All you can do is run away. Obviously one of the worst traps. Aside from the one that blows you up and does like 80% of your health and damage, those are the ones that we want to avoid. No chests in this room. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. There's a rhino up there. Or the backside of a... whatever those are. The cursed horde wasn't on that floor anyways. Crap. Auto heal disabled? Okay. The gloom spreads. Yeah, we're gonna use the serenity. Yeah, auto heal is our basic like heal. What is that? Sight? And we're gonna use a sight. Show me the floor layout. Okay, we got attacked by something. Crap. I ran really far away from that thing, didn't I? Bird of the Palace. Is that supposed to be like a play on Bird of Paradise or something? And that's why it took healing away, so it could blow me up in the first room. Like, we know how to get rid of this guy. We know how to get rid of this guy, just wait. Watch how fancy and quick this is. Got a lion there. What are you gonna do about it, Mr. Lion? That bird is back. There there's two birds and they're heading the same direction. Opposite me. That's perfect. There's a trap over there. We cannot exit yet. We've already used this site. That's not going to do us any good. What is it? That's the one that we need, right? Yeah. Okay. We've got a site. We've already fired off a site. It wants to give us another site. That just spawned an Orok in that room, which kind of sucks. This is why you don't go hunting treasure chests, because then it just spawns enemies in your way. Like, hey, did you need an enemy here? You looked lonely. There's a rage. I didn't realize we were missing a rage. We must not have gone back to get it. We will do a safety. There are two birds. Okay, this is only one. There were two, though. Did not mean to activate that. The bird is down, though. There's another bird. Oh, yeah. There's this thing right here in the way. Big old rhino. You know, I didn't look. Does it look like a rhino from the backside? Maybe. Yeah, kind of. I could have probably mixed it up with the rhino. Maybe that was the rhino. Okay, there's the other bird. I knew there was another bird somewhere. I just didn't know where. Alright. Bam. You're down. Moving on. Floor 78. Dang, the 70s have gone by fast. So on that last floor, I probably would have stuck it out with Gloom. The Cursed Horde's on this floor. That's great. Another raising. I probably would have stuck it out with Gloom, but not auto heal disabled. Gloom, okay. Auto heal disabled, no. I mean, we've got 284 of our sustaining potions. We had 220 earlier, so we're not really running dry or anything. But we basically have to have one active at all times. But I guess isn't that bad. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. It just feels worse. We just got an intuition too. Now we do want to explore this floor because we want to find that horde. And then we've got one more floor. I don't think it's really worth, because like there's maybe, I don't know what the odds are, but there's like maybe a 50-50 that the next floor would contain a horde. I don't really want to waste it. You can find the accursed hordes on your own without the, you do not need the intuition to find it. The intuition just shows you where it's at, like right there. Now, here's the trick though. If you didn't use an accursed horde, I mean an intuition, you would have to randomly stand on that space long enough for it to trigger the horde. We got an ad break coming up. Just a heads up, folks, on this ad break. I can't really pause. Like I'm not running low on time or anything, but I am timed, so I can't really stop. We're just gonna have to keep going. Affluence is on the top row, yeah, right there. That bird's gonna attack us. Bam. Boom. Okay, did I use a save? I don't think I used a safety on this floor. We have found the key, and we found the horde. Let's get out of here. That's not good. That would be not have you used the safety. That is a lion. Right there. Good gracious. That's a big old lion, too. Palace lion! Bam! Alright. Now, I will say, if I get to the boss, I won't start the boss fight. I can spare a few minutes for that. Please be empty. Please be empty. I guess an ad break is eventually going to start somewhere, I assume. Alright, 479 HP and MP maximum increased. I got a Gelmoran poster. Poster? What is that? I guess it's a crafting item? I don't know. There it goes. Ad break kicked off. Okay. Fortune. This bird spawned right on top of me. Lion over there, we got a lion over there. 3 chests in that room. I cannot hit the right button for the life of me. Those don't do a ton of damage. Got a Serenity. That pays back the one I used on the Gloom floor earlier. Alright, we can hold out for another minute and a half, right? We don't have to finish this floor. Crud. They're all attacking me. They're all attacking me. There's more enemies in there. I don't know if that's a directional. Must be directional. Alright. We killed the coral. We're doing okay. We hit a trap that summoned a bunch of enemies right on top of me. And we survived it. There's our third raising. There's still a pomander we haven't seen. There's a steel. Grab that steel. And let's take the exit. Alright. We are going to hold off until that ad is over before we pull. But we can at least look at the boss. Holy smokes, that's a behemoth, isn't it? Kadana. Okay, yeah, that looks... He just looks nasty, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks nasty. Even though it's probably not that bad compared to the other ones. Like, if it's similar to the other fights we've been in, could be worse. Yeah, like, see, we're already doing okay. As long as his health stays lower than ours. Didn't I not hit one of those? We probably want to have a sustaining potion running most of the time. That outpaces damage quite a bit. I don't know if that's a bug or what. The sustaining potions feel really effective. Like, why even have a healer? Okay, he leaves a permanent wind. Ooh. Did that thing just get bigger? I think it did. I think he's about to drop another one. Yeah, that's not good. You're supposed to drop those at the edge of the field. And he's, you know, he's still got a lot of health, too. Where's the sustaining potions? Okay, the one on the outside is gone. That's good. We're about to have our drill come up. He's going over there. That hit me. Okay, well, we know what that does. I don't know that I need to run around like a maniac. Like, he's still hitting me. Does he do more damage this way? Is this about to kill me? We're about to find out exactly how much more damage he does. Oh, he just pulled me right into... Oh, I must have not realized he summoned a whirlwind there. I see. So those things pull you into them, which is not good. Run! Okay, I don't know why that hit me. I don't agree with that hitting me. My vulnerability is up. Why is my vulnerability up? That means he's doing more damage to me than he should be. Go down, vulnerability. Go down, vulnerability. I should not do that. Crap. Alright. Alright, I avoided that one. Alright, we need to hit him with that. And then we need to hit him with weapon skills. We need to watch that timer. We need to go for a 5. We go for a 5. Hey, please close the door. Sorry about that. Should have used my crit. I didn't use my crit. Okay, he's running over there. We want to get on top of him so we can get out of his AoE that he does when he moves over there much faster. Alright, we're doing okay. Don't get hit by that thing. I got hit by that thing, didn't I? It does not look like I got hit by it. That's good. Now we're gonna fire that off. Okay, that looks like some kind of really bad AoE. Hello, hit the thing. I can't limit break. Go, go, go. Oh, wow. I don't know if that was going to one-shot me, but we barely made it. We literally barely made that. Oh, wow, we barely made that. Alright, that's 480. 480 cleared. We are now on the 80 to 90 run. I think we're going to shoot for 100 tonight. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but if we do die at this point, we are going to start at floor 50. We're not going to go through the first 50 floors again. We started at floor 1 initially because this was learning machinist. So I was trying to work with machinist there from the beginning. So it wasn't just like, hey, welcome to level 60. But if we fail, okay, I like the aesthetic change. I did not like the last one. The music, though. Still level 60 is our cap. Okay. So I guess that's going to stay the cap. I mean, unless it's beyond floor 100 that the cap increases again. Oh my god, what is that thing? That is a chimera. These are the nasty ones. Each head's gonna do something bad. Alright, the lion's gonna breathe on us first. Then it's got a goat head and a snake head. Ooh, we are going through our potions now. Okay, that was like a Serenity, I think. Is that a dragon in here? That's a flame dragon. I feel like these enemies are upgraded, yeah. There's another chimera coming this way. Come on, there's a bomb over there. Is the chimera walking in this room? Okay, it doesn't look like it is. What's in the treasure coffer? A sight. Yes, it is walking in here. Okay, can we use the sight first? Before we have to deal with this thing. Yeah, our drill used to do half its health and damage. Now it's not. Now we're actually having to fight stuff. This is where the difficulty is ramping up, I can tell you that right now. That last boss too, that was a slog of a boss fight. Just right on the back of my throat, and I cannot get it to stop scratching. It's very uncomfortable to keep talking with that feeling. Alright, well, the palace bomb wasn't too bad. Bomb's down. Alright, give me my sight back. You made me spend a sight. I want it back. We already know what's in there. There is something this way. Is it worth going after? There's a bomb. There's 3 bombs. There's nothing in that room. I mean, as long as we don't get like a bunch of chimera spawns, like that was really not cool. Okay, I'm in the middle of fighting a dragon, and it's like, oh, here's the chimera. Is that what you wanted? It's almost like it heard me talking about how easy everything was, and I was like, well, it's not supposed to be easy, so we can fix that for you. It's like, no, you didn't actually have to fix it. It was not a complaint. It definitely was not a complaint. Yeah. Where in the heck? Alright. Boom. Boom. I guess maybe if, you know, if I die, we might just take a break. Do like main story quest or something. Or something else. Grind some dungeons on Paladin. I'm not sure what tank to level next. Not that I've capped anything. I've got a level 89 warrior. I've got a level 87 gunbreaker. I unlocked Paladin, and of course Dark Knight's easy. That's a Serenity. I mean, what I mean by Dark Knight's easy is you just unlock it. You don't have to do anything crazy. Paladin, you gotta get Gladiator to level 30, do a bunch of quests to get there. Not that they're hard, they're not hard. They are far from hard. But I do have Paladin now. Like level 32, I think. So it's like, I don't know which one feels more compelling, Paladin or Dark Knight. I think I'm gonna go Paladin though, because I like the idea of like classic sword and shield tank. But I also would like to level up Scholar too. Get a shield here. That thing just spawned in the middle of the room. That's not fair! You cannot spawn enemies right on top of me while I'm killing an enemy. It's not a nice thing to do. Very inconsiderate. Alright, we're gonna grab this treasure coffer. We probably should have used an intuition. Let's go ahead and pop that on this floor. Oh, I'm blinded. Yay! Oh wait, there's something else. Auto heal penalty. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try. Ooh, resolution transforms user into a Kuribu. Goodness gracious. I don't know what that means. What a Kuribu is. I forgot auto heal is gone, so we have to use. Our. What am I trying to say? It does do a chunk of damage. Except when you miss because you're blinded. And then an enemy spawns right on top of you. Like literally right on top of the one that you just killed. I mean, it does do damage. I guess I should be using that more often. Alright. Yeah, because it's like 1 point below where we're at. Okay. What am I trying to do? Sustaining potion. Right? We're trying to sustain ourselves. We're going to get off this floor as fast as we can. We are not going to waste time here. There's nothing in this room. One bomb, one chest. Wasn't really worth my time. And I didn't even get anything from that chest. Thank you. No, thank you very much. I'm starting to think like 60% of its health with a crit, like that guaranteed crit move. Yeah, perfect. What is this thing? Cool guy. One more compa. Ow. Come on now. Is the Wamora Compa related to the moth? Like that's supposed to be like a larval stage or something? Come on. Okay. So many enemies in this room. Hate being blinded. When my chain attacks miss the combo. Now there's 3 of those things. Feels like BS. I've more than cleared this room. I have more than cleared this room. You palace womp rat. Yeah, I missed. Sarcasm. Thankfully, they are not grouped. If I had to pull that whole room, then this would be so much harder. I hope I'm not giving anyone any ideas for like a future patch either. I mean, this has been out long enough for them to have thought of that, so I know I'm not giving anybody any ideas that they don't need. Alright. These rewards better be worth it. That's a rage. Rage doesn't do me any good at this point. It's another intuition. Did I use an intuition? Okay, it's not on this floor. I don't know how I totally missed that. Resolution, we don't know what that... Oh yeah, we don't know what a Karibu is. And another Rage. Yes, Rage would have been handy to have earlier. I don't know what a Karibu is, but now that we have 2 of them, I'm willing to try it out. I'm willing to see what it does, what the benefit might be. Let's do it. Let's figure out what resolution is. Auto heal is disabled again. Okay, we are some kind of angel. Stuns and deals damage to all nearby targets. Damage increased for certain enemies. Okay, that sounds terrible. This sounds like a really bad idea to be one of these things. But let's see. Okay, we've got a targeted attack with a cast time. It does not do a lot of damage, but it does stun them. They're going to hit diminishing returns on that stun. And it is an AoE, yeah. So we're going to drop out of that as quickly as we can, so we can do some real damage. So Karibu is not as good as it sounds. I mean, it sounds cool because it's like the last one we started to find. But it's just subpar in almost all respects. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Bam. Tear that dinosaur apart. And it's gone. That's what, like, it takes so long to fill the battery gauge up. Of course, I can probably fill it up faster if I use the attack that doesn't share a cooldown with anything. And by doesn't share a cooldown with anything, it shares a cooldown with everything. We may have to take a quick break. I don't know how this is going to work. Give me 1 sec. Quick break over. I got a delivery of a cough drop. I wasn't necessarily coughing, but that should help ease the throat scratching. Plus it's cherry flavor. You know, fun story. Actually, it's probably not a fun story. It's actually a pretty boring story. I think I just heard thunder. In the military, you don't get a lot of candy. And you don't really get to eat anything. Like, you don't get to have snacks or anything. So, you spend your money in the... Well, not in the military in general. In the military, it's just like normal life, except you're in the military. In basic training, you have a lot of limitations. So one of those is that you don't have candy. So you spend all the money when you're at the, the store, the post exchange, call it the PX. You spend it on cough drops. And of course, they only sell the unflavored cough drops because I guess they've tried to discourage people from doing this. But yeah, you buy like a bag of like 200 cough drops, and that's like a currency that you use to trade for, like, oh, you do my fire guard, I'll give you like 10 cough drops or something. Because not everybody buys them. But for some reason, everybody wants them. It's like the only candy you can really have. You can't get in trouble for having cough drops on hand. Throw them in your uniform, carry them out to range or something. Yeah. It's worse because they're unflavored, so they're, compared to what you get, normally, they're just terrible. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. If you like the unflavored ones, that's nothing wrong with them, but flavored tastes so much better. I can say we definitely go through way more sustainability potions when we don't heal ourselves normally. It's a lot easier to see how much damage we're actually taking, though, and it's not too bad. Like that fight, we didn't take any... Well, I can't say we didn't take any damage. I had a sustainability running. Still running for 5 more seconds, so it was healing us. For 1,000 a tick. We have 8,600 health, and we're healing for 1,000 a tick. And it does tick decently fast. That's what I'm saying. Like, it feels almost like we're kind of invulnerable with those up. The floor has taken significantly longer. The enemies are stronger. I'm going to avoid transforming since I won't be able to heal transformed. There's a coffer in this room, that's good. It's not a complete waste of a room. That was an intuition! Wait, crap. The horde's not on this floor, is it? You sense... Oh, it's on this floor. I'm so glad I checked. I haven't seen it yet. So I guess I hope we're going in the right direction. It's a really long dungeon with a lot of enemies in it. It'd be a great time to use like a rage. Yeah. I am. Well, we still have 290. That's a pretty good number of sustainability potions, I think. And we could be a lot worse off. There is a chest in this room, and there's a horde right there. Just as I figured it would be. Why would it not be all the way over here? Boom. Come on. Bam. 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 Boom. All right. Gallimimus? What is a gallimimus? Oh, we need to heal. This is how you get yourself into an accident. You stop paying attention to your health. On a floor where you don't naturally heal. Raising. I don't know how long that lasts. That's probably only for the current floor, right? We found an accursed horde. I've got 3 intuitions. Let's pop it. We're only on floor 83. Oh, no, that was bad. I almost ran directly into that trap. I don't know what I was thinking. I definitely wasn't thinking. Because I was like, you know what? That glowing thing, I need to stand on it. No, I don't. I don't need to stand on that glowing thing. I think I did post. Yeah, I think I posted. 84, and we are... Yeah, we are... way slower than we were on the last floor. I mean, the last set of floors. These enemies are so much stronger. It's unreal. Okay. That one's down. At least we heal automatically now. That's good news. We heal automatically now. Alright, you're down. I can only get 1 point. Okay, I can only take a whole bunch of damage. I thought I could only get 1 point. Yeah, okay. I don't sense the accursed horde on this floor. So apparently there's some kind of mount they can drop in here? I don't know. Really need to look into it more. Like, what am I even in here for? I definitely know this is not as popular as it used to be. Or people queue for it differently. So, there's a possibility... There's a possibility that you can queue in the just a standard duty finder for it, and maybe that's how most people do it. But last time I played, Quarry Mill would be full of people looking for Palace of the Dead runs in groups. It was like a genuine vacation spot in the game, but now it's pretty dead. I cleared it out. Which I guess means there's not a lot of people in here looking for Palace of the Dead. I know there's 2 other deep dungeons. And assuming you can go in there with any job, they might award better experience, which is totally plausible. The experience in here is starting to feel pretty abysmal. We don't need a Serenity. Like, I think the last 2 floors we went 1 level for finishing 10 floors. Now, it could be because I'm solo. But, I mean... well, we don't depend on knockbacks, so that's fine. We will hit a safety. Probably one of the single most desirable Palmanders to use, honestly. Yeah, we're slowing down. This is the point where we should be coming up on the boss floor. Time-wise. For the first 2 sets of floors. So like, this is a huge slowdown compared to where we were just, 10 floors ago, really. It's because everything is significantly more sturdy. I guess is a nice way to say it. Yeah. That is definitely thunder. That probably means I shouldn't be on. Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Let's the last time it got windy, we lost power. Completely unrelated to the storm. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. My stream goes dark, that's what happened. Or my computer died. I mean, my computer dies from the storm, that's not good. What was this? Do we look at this? That's a Lust, yeah. Lust is kind of like that angel. Like, the attack is probably good. Not solo, though. Yeah, like, she just doesn't do enough damage. No, on Twitch. There we go. Okay, I'm back on Twitch. I don't know if the thunder is coming through. That is a storm brewing. That's a rage. Any reason for me to use a rage? Yeah, I'll go in here with the rage. Where are you at, rage? Boom. Okay. Wow, I'm barely doing any damage to these things. And they are hurting me. Okay, rage used to kill these things one hit. This is bad. Because I pulled 2 of them now. That one was louder. You're making your point. You're making your point. Oh, Storm, I got it. You're here. That's a safety. We've already used it on this floor. We got a rage over here. We're going to pick up this rage. Even though it doesn't matter anymore, we don't one-hit anything. I think it was rain. My body is fatigued. Oh, and the horde is on this floor. My body is fatigued and will not heal on its own. Interesting. I like the way they describe that. That's a fortune. Where are you at, fortune? Fortune. Fortune right there. All right. We got tougher enemies. We got no auto healing. This is a great combination of fun and exciting floor time. Boom. Okay. Those hurt a lot. I really want a Serenity. I will use a Serenity. Potentially. There's a horde. Oh, the horde's right there. That's great. I don't have to like go through 10 rooms to get to it. I'm gonna see if this is a Serenity. The chances are low that there's a Serenity in this room, but if it is a Serenity, that'll be better than just popping one off. Okay, they pull me in, and then they do a bunch of damage. That was an unmarked attack. Did not like that at all. That's a strength. I'll take one of those as well. We don't want to accidentally leave this floor. That's an intuition. We'll use the intuition shortly. But we're going to use the Serenity first. Where are you at? Serenity right there? Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Oh, that's an intuition. We actually have 3 intuitions. That's great. Especially after we used one. That's definitely rain. Yeah, it's coming pretty hard. I mean, I didn't expect thunderstorms. It is in the weather forecast, but it has been for the last few nights. And we got nothing. We got wind. Windy. But no storms. That's right, storms are my all-time favorite weather. Thunderstorms are the best. They sound amazing. As long as you're safe. If you're not safe, obviously that's not cool. But most people are safe. Thunderstorms. Alright, as long as you're safe, I think it's wonderful. The rumble, the rain, it's just all great sounds in my opinion. Calming. I understand that's probably not too common. I know a lot of folks who are unsettled or scared of the thunder. Alright, let's use that intuition now because we know where one more is. We know it's not going to be on this floor. But it's got to be on another floor, right? Alright, we've got 30 minutes to get down. Where are we going to? 7, 8, 9. We've got 4 more floors to do. Because I can count. Alright, that's a strength. So I didn't see... Nothing's calling to me on this floor. That's an intuition. Alright, well we're not going to need it. We've already got an intuition up. We can pop that and bam. Trying to be a little smarter with these things. We're going to try to use as much of our high damage stuff as we can. I just don't know what all of our high damage stuff is. Like, is that a high damage attack worth using? What does that do exactly? It delivers an attack with a potency of 130. Our main attack is clearly stronger. Affluence. We can do an affluence. That increases the number of treasure chests later on. Let's just head down. We got a short time anyways. We know there's no horde on this floor. No reason to stick around. We got a haste. Oh, we only got a buff. That's good. That's good. Please don't blow up. Thank you for not blowing up in my face. Very much appreciated that. Yeah, that's a good hit. That's a flame dragon if I ever did see one right there. Tell you what. That is another guy that's big. That's a manticore, right? What? Chimera? Can't even think. I thought they were on the last set of floors. I don't remember seeing Chimera this deep. I mean, on this... Well, no, I guess we've been on these floors this long that... Yeah, that's a Chimera, yeah. They are on this set of floors. Alright. Okay, Chimera's down. Dragon's down. There are a lot of exits here. Sight. Yes, please give me a sight. Alright. We got our sight running. The floor is actually smaller than I thought. The flame dragons have very weird aggro. Like, sometimes they seem to see you from a distance, and then other times they ignore you. That one is right where he was standing! I swear. Super annoying, you know what I'm saying? Like, super annoying. That does a potency of 200. That's good. And it reduces the recast time of Ricochet. This is Ricochet, right? No? Oh, that's Ricochet. I don't want to get too close to it because it's going to do that ability where it like tries to pull me into it. No, thank you. Don't want to do an alteration. All right, well, we got... What is that? Just something is casting fireballs at me? I thought that was a flame dragon somewhere. Alright, well. Whatever. The horde... Yeah, the horde is on this floor. Oh, like, wait a sec. Wasn't there something here that I needed? Something on this floor? It was the last floor that we had. We just used the intuition, right? Alright, there's this. Oh, now we're over 300 sustaining potions. Hey, that's good. We're doing good. Doing good on sustaining potions. That's an alteration. I don't like alteration. Toll. Okay, doesn't look like we got anything in there. Storm's definitely picking up. That's definitely a flame dragon that's just casting fireballs randomly. It's like sitting there like, I know you're in the dungeon somewhere. Even though I haven't aggroed onto you yet, I will cast a fireball on you. Okay, like, okay, well, here, I'll shoot a drill into your face. That's my special move. I call it drill face. Very unoriginal. Who needs to be original? Where is the horde at? Did we already get it? That was a long thunder. Still rumbling. Still rumbling. Alright, have we just completely missed the I'm starting to think we've missed the... I don't remember picking up the horde on this floor. I don't even remember seeing it anywhere. And now we got stuff spawning in our way. What is that? Flame dragon? Look, Mr. Dragon, I'm sorry, but I'm looking for the accursed horde. I guess I picked it up and I've completely blanked on it. I don't think so. There's one more room I'm gonna double check. It could blend into the scenery here. It absolutely could be blending in. It's right there. I somehow never came this way, I guess. I don't know. That thing was about to try and incinerate me. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna incinerate me. Just so you know, you're not gonna incinerate me. I see you casting your whatever fireball from in there. Alright, yep, we're gonna do that, where we do a little dance. Purities. Yeah, Purity's not gonna do me any good. Raising, I don't even know if I can use that solo still. I still don't have a good answer on whether I can use that solo. That's like, I mean, I might pop one. I've got 3, so I guess I'll pop one on the next boss. And we'll just hope it doesn't matter. Alright, we got you. Now we're going to pop an intuition. Don't know why I wasted that. It could be a waste, it could be not a waste. It depends. Right, like we've got one more floor before the boss, and we need to do it quickly. We got 20 minutes left. That's a huge difference. I mean, we almost made it with like 40 minutes, 30 minutes left on the last set of floors, and now we're barely making it here. I think it's trying to tell me maybe don't do the last. Maybe don't do the last 10 floors tonight. Even though I want to. You start with a drill to the face, doesn't even do half of its damage, half its health. Ooh, that's a loud one. That one had to have come through on stream, right? Streaming in a storm. Yeah, with the weather and the duration, we're gonna push to 90. And then we're gonna stop. That does mean that Thursday we'll have like a 10-floor run. We may stop at 100. We'll see. If we don't get the achievement, we may just keep going. It might be because it might be 200. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with this game to really know. So the deep dungeon here is just for fun, like. Just getting a feel for murder and stuff. Bam. All right. I don't know. I like this. I like this kind of content in an MMO. Having played lots of MMOs, predictability becomes the slog, right? Like all the dungeons are the same. It's the same dungeon. It's the same rotation. It's the same party makeup, right? So it's something like this where there's just enough variety and it's broken up really well, like 10 floors a piece. It's like great. If that one didn't come through on stream, my microphone sucks. I did not mean to turn the map off. Enfeebling trap sucks, but I can live with it. I mean, it's just gonna make me take some more damage. I can just pop a heal and essentially negate that. Let's get in here. Oh, this is a big room. Full of big enemies. I gotta say, you know, like, while the class is great, it's not a good, like, it just doesn't fit my playstyle. Of the range DPS, physical range DPS that I've played, this and Archer to Bard, I've got to say, Bard was just, or not Bard, I barely played Bard, but Archer was just so much more fun to me. Up to 30. I don't know about beyond that. Maybe it does get a little samey like this one has. And it's also probably because I lack full understanding of what the moveset looks like. So it's like, you know, am I really maximizing anything here? Or am I just kind of like pressing buttons and hoping for the best? I don't have a good answer for that. This room is... I mean, the exit has to be in this room, right? Where's our witching? Witching, right? Okay, so that changed the Chimera into a chicken. See, it only lasts for 30 seconds. We got one other thing transformed. The benefit is they do, like, no damage. So, like, I mean, it doesn't really reduce their health at all. But they do no damage. Apparently the toads can still cast. Friggin' room is full of bad guys. Yeah, come on. Also need to use that better. That's a rage. Rage is not good anymore. I don't know if it's these enemy types. It must be these enemy types, maybe. Like, these enemy types could be not good, like resistant to rage or something. But yeah, it went from one-shotting to doing like 10% of their health per hit. Alright, yeah, so there's an intuition in there. We've already fired one off. There's a strength, which we can't carry. So we're gonna pop the strength to grab the strength. That's a strength. We just did that. I'm not gonna double it up. That is... Either pool did not level up. We have not found... There's the exit right there. As we still have yet to find the exit from this floor. And I triggered a toad trap, and we have enemies in here. We're gonna go for the exit. We are gonna go for the exit. This should be the boss floor. Yes, it is. Okay. Ooh, look at that guy. Is he flexing his pecs? I think he's flexing his pecs. Maybe they're a big attack. Alright. They should pop that. Ooh, he hits hard. Smoky crap. Yeah, he hits hard. Does he hit hard? All right, we got a big bomb here. It's bursting. I don't like that. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Oh my word. We gotta watch those gray bombs. We almost had him down. Yeah, that was bad. We got another gray bomb here. We need to prioritize taking it down. Those bursts will kill us from the gray bomb. Those will absolutely destroy us. We need to watch the middle for the gray bomb spawn. So we saw that. We got a giddy bomb. I don't know. The giddy bomb has a lot of health. Thankfully it looks pretty isolated, like over there in the corner. Oh, the boss is casting massive burst. I think I want to get hit by this, probably. Once again. Now, how did I know that? I was a guess. He was spamming that ability really fast. It just felt right. This boss is hard, especially solo. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, there's a gray bomb. We absolutely need to kill that as fast as possible. We cannot let the burst go off. If burst... Ooh, get out of there. If burst goes off, we're in bad shape. So we need to watch for the spawn. We should get one more gray bomb here. Yeah. If the pattern holds, which I think it will hold. Alright, now that we know that they're here, they're not really that big of a threat. Okay, we're going to do that a few times, then we're going to... There's our giddy bomb. So our giddy bomb's going to hit us with some kind of attack that we need to absorb massive burst. I don't know what we just did. Did we stop massive burst from going off? What just happened there? Seriously. What just happened there? Should have gray bombs coming up. I don't know what happened. You gotta do better than that, the godmother. Oh, it's not the godfather. Cute. Alright, if we can do this, we just have to survive. Just push it out. We need to watch for that next gray bomb. This is where you don't want to get sloppy. We could push straight on the boss, and we'd probably be okay. But we are going to play it safe here, and we took our win. There we go. Bam! That was a tough fight. Overall, that was a tough floor. Tough floor series. I mean, it took us 50 minutes to get through there. Alright. We did get a level up. We're 36 now. Halfway to 37. And that is where we will end it for the night. That was our 30 floors. We're going to snooze the ad there. That's only going to buy us a few minutes, which is fine because we're going to go over here and we're going to see if we got anything worthwhile. We had 6 in there. What'd you get? We got a magic prism. Okay, cool. Ooh, we got replica Allegan gloves of healing. Replica Allegan curious of aiming. Survival boots. Expeditioner's cap. Alright, yep. I mean, that's cool. We got some gear. With that, we'll sign off there. Let's find somebody to raid. Boom. Oh yeah, the Sprout is online with help. I don't know what that means. But if they are a Sprout, first time healer, those sound good. Heavyweight, normal, clear. Let's do this, I think. This sounds like fun. Okay, I can't raid them. I don't know why. Maybe they're protected from being raided. First time healer then. I guess we'll raid you. We were unable to raid them too. I wish it would tell me why I can't raid them, because they're here. Alright, let's see. Are we following anybody? Tarnished is up. We're just going to do Tarnished. I know it's a shift in game, but that's what we're going to do. So I can't raid anybody else. Then we raid Tarnished. Let's end the stream over here. Stop streaming.